Your life is not a single path. Every choice you make, every thought you hold, every feeling you radiate splits reality into infinite possibilities. Somewhere, versions of you are thriving while others are struggling. Some are deeply loved, some are utterly alone. Some live in abundance, others in limitation. The startling truth is this: all these realities exist simultaneously, and the one you experience is determined by the vibration you inhabit, moment by moment. Quantum physics has begun to illuminate what ancient mystics always knew. Reality is not fixed, it is probabilistic, fluid, and responsive. The famous double-slit experiment shows that particles exist in a state of possibility until observed, and observation collapses probability into reality. Amit Goswami, a leading quantum physicist, explains that consciousness is the bridge between infinite possibilities and lived experience. In other words, your awareness chooses which potential reality becomes real. Even neuroscience hints at this. Every decision you make, every focus of attention, shifts your neural pathways, subtly altering perception and experience. Parallel possibilities are constantly competing for your attention, and your vibration acts as the tuning fork that resonates with one reality over another. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act like a radio dial, selecting which channel of existence you tune into. Consider the implications. If there are infinite versions of you, then the question is not why isn't life perfect, but rather, which reality am I choosing to inhabit right now? Every recurring pattern, every coincidence, every moment of déjà vu is a subtle pointer toward the frequency you are broadcasting. Life is not happening randomly. It is a mirror reflecting the reality your consciousness tunes into. Ancient wisdom spoke of this in different languages. Vedanta describes Maya, the illusionary aspect of reality shaped by perception. Hermetic teachings describe a universe that responds to vibration, resonance, and consciousness. The I Ching teaches alignment with cycles and probability. Even mystics like Michael Talbot describe the holographic universe, where every possibility is encoded in the field, waiting to be collapsed into experience. Yet most people move through life as if reality is fixed. They chase outcomes externally, not realizing that the inner frequency is the generator of external experience. Job dissatisfaction, relationship struggles, repeated patterns, they are all clues. They are mirrors of the vibration you currently inhabit, the frequency that chooses one reality over another. Here is the paradox: trying to control life from a reactive state is futile. You can plan, strive, and force, but if your vibration does not align with the reality you wish to experience, your consciousness will collapse probability elsewhere. It's like trying to walk through a door that only opens when your frequency resonates with its energy. Alignment precedes manifestation, being precedes doing. So where do you start? Awareness is always first. Begin noticing the subtle cues of your current reality, repeated patterns, moments of synchronicity or friction. These are not accidents, they are feedback from the field, showing which potential reality your consciousness is currently selecting. By observing, you gain insight into your dominant vibration and the parallel reality it is manifesting. Once observed, subtle recalibration can shift your reality instantly. Thoughts, emotions, and attention act as tuning signals. Fear, resentment, or scarcity broadcast low-frequency signals that attract parallel realities of limitation. Love, gratitude, curiosity, and presence emit high-frequency signals that tune your consciousness to realities of flow, abundance, and synchronicity. The quantum field does not judge. It responds precisely to your energetic signal. Imagine waking up tomorrow in a reality where opportunities seem to flow effortlessly, where relationships mirror love, abundance flows, and creativity sparkles. The only difference between that reality and this one is the vibration you inhabit now. Your attention, your emotion, your energetic coherence, all collapse probabilities toward one reality while letting others fade into potential. Practical application begins with experimentation. Start with moments of conscious observation. Notice your thoughts. Notice the subtle emotional signals you radiate. Begin to imagine the reality you wish to inhabit, not as a distant goal, but as a frequency to embody in this moment. Allow your body, mind, and heart to resonate with that version of yourself. Even tiny shifts, posture, breath, tone of mind, amplify the energetic signal you emit into the field. Relationships are one of the clearest mirrors of parallel realities. Observe how people respond differently, depending on your vibration. When you embody presence, alignment, and coherence, interactions flow naturally. Conflict diminishes. Opportunities for connection multiply. You are not controlling others. You are adjusting your frequency, which tunes you to the version of reality where harmony, cooperation, and resonance dominate. Finance, health, and creativity function similarly. Struggle and effort broadcast one reality, attracting friction and delay. Alignment and flow broadcast another reality, drawing abundance, solutions, and inspiration. Life is a reflection of vibration. Your current reality is a direct result of the frequency you broadcast moment by moment. Even subtle feedback loops signal this continuously. Déjà vu, repeated numbers, synchronicities, and uncanny coincidences are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your consciousness is aligning with a particular parallel reality. Each observation is a message. Your frequency is collapsing this potential into presence. Adjust your signal, and the mirror shifts. And here's the most empowering aspect. You are never stuck in one version. Infinite potential realities exist, always available. The moment you notice your frequency, you can recalibrate. Every thought, every emotion, every breath is an opportunity to shift alignment, to collapse probability toward a different reality, to step into a version of life that resonates with your highest potential. Pause and consider this. The version of you that is fully aligned, fully abundant, and fully alive already exists. Somewhere in the infinite field of possibilities, it is real. And the doorway to that reality is your vibration right now. You do not need to chase it, manipulate it, or force it. You simply need to inhabit the frequency of that version and allow the field to respond. If this resonates, subscribing here is not just a click. It is a subtle participation in a field of awareness. Each video, each exploration, interacts with your consciousness, helping you tune, align, and collapse probability toward the reality you wish to inhabit. This channel is designed to be more than content. It is a resonant field guiding you into coherence and conscious creation. Yet the story doesn't end with awareness. The next step is practice, calibration, and experimentation. Observing your current vibration, noticing how it selects a parallel reality, and intentionally tuning your energy to inhabit the one you desire. The quantum field is impartial. It only responds to alignment, resonance, and coherence. The more you practice, the more your reality mirrors the version of life you are consciously choosing to inhabit. The question is no longer theoretical. Which version of yourself are you manifesting today? Every thought, every feeling, every focus is selecting a reality. Infinite possibilities exist simultaneously, but the one you experience is the reflection of the vibration you carry. And understanding this, consciously embodying it, is the ultimate key to navigating life as a conscious creator rather than a passive participant. Pause, breathe, and feel the subtle energy of potential surrounding you. Life is not a fixed narrative. It is a field of probabilities waiting for your consciousness to collapse them into presence. The doorway is always open. The choice is yours. And the parallel reality you wish to live is waiting for the vibration you are willing to inhabit. Once you accept that infinite realities exist simultaneously, the next step is learning to navigate them consciously. Your current experience is not fate. It is a reflection of the frequency you inhabit. Every thought, every emotion, every subtle focus is like a tuning dial, selecting one parallel reality from the infinite possibilities surrounding you. Awareness alone is not enough. You must learn to calibrate, align, and consciously inhabit the vibration that collapses the version of life you desire into presence. Start by observing your habitual patterns. Notice how recurring circumstances, challenges at work, friction in relationships, or repeated bad luck mirror your internal vibration. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of signaling which parallel reality you are currently selecting. Think of it like standing at the intersection of infinite roads. Some paths lead to struggle, others to flow, and the signals around you indicate which one you are walking right now. Subtle recalibration begins with awareness of thoughts and emotions. Fear, frustration, and scarcity are low-frequency signals. They anchor your consciousness to parallel realities of limitation and resistance. Curiosity, gratitude, love, and presence emit high-frequency signals. They tune you to realities of abundance, flow, and synchronicity. Every breath, posture, and mental focus acts as an energetic broadcast, collapsing one potential into existence while leaving others in possibility. A practical exercise is the parallel reality observation. Begin by observing your day as if viewing multiple possibilities simultaneously. Ask yourself, if I were inhabiting the version of my life I most desire, how would I feel right now? How would I act? What would my energy communicate? Then intentionally embody that frequency in thoughts, emotions, and actions. Even small shifts create a ripple that moves your consciousness toward that reality. Relationships are often the first mirror to reflect these shifts. Notice how interactions change when you inhabit higher frequency states. Conflict diminishes, cooperation increases, and subtle cues of connection appear effortlessly. This is not manipulation, it is resonance in action. By tuning your vibration, you align with the parallel reality in which relationships flow naturally, rather than resisting or forcing outcomes in a low-frequency state. Financial abundance and career opportunities operate on the same principle. Effort, stress, and scarcity anchor you to realities of friction and limitation. Alignment, flow, and confidence emit signals that draw resources, timing, and people that correspond with the reality you desire. The universe does not respond to effort or force, it responds to resonance. By practicing energetic calibration, you begin to select realities where opportunity aligns effortlessly with intention. Creativity and inspiration are another reflection of parallel reality selection. Low-frequency states, self-doubt, comparison, or distraction anchor you to realities of blockage or delay. High-frequency states, presence, clarity, and joy collapse possibilities into coherent, aligned outcomes. Artists, inventors, and innovators intuitively understand this. Ideas emerge effortlessly when consciousness is tuned to the vibrational field of possibility. The same principle applies to your life. Notice the subtle signals the universe provides. Déjà vu, repeated numbers, synchronicities, and sudden insights are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your consciousness is collapsing probabilities toward a particular reality. Each signal is a message. You are aligning with this version, or you have the opportunity to shift. Observing these cues strengthens your ability to navigate parallel realities consciously. A more advanced technique is the reality tuning meditation. Begin by closing your eyes and imagining multiple potential realities side by side, as if projected before you. Sense the one you wish to inhabit, focusing not on the outcome, but on the energy it embodies. Feel the emotions, thoughts, and bodily sensations of that version of yourself. Allow your consciousness to vibrate in resonance with that reality. When you open your eyes, your perception, actions, and interactions subtly reflect this new alignment. Integration requires repetition. The quantum field responds to sustained vibration. The more consistently you embody the frequency of the reality you desire, the more dominant it becomes. Daily awareness, subtle observation, and consistent calibration of thoughts, emotions, and energy produce a cumulative effect that gradually shifts your life into alignment with your chosen parallel reality. Radical responsibility is essential here. Parallel realities are not external. They are intertwined with your consciousness. Life does not happen to you, it happens with you. By tuning your frequency, you take ownership of the version of reality you inhabit. Challenges, friction, and resistance become tools for feedback rather than punishment. Every difficulty reveals misalignment. Every synchronicity reveals coherence. The quantum field is impartial. It responds only to the signal you broadcast. Even small, repeated adjustments produce profound shifts. Breathing with intention, aligning posture, practicing gratitude, and observing emotional patterns all recalibrate your energetic signal. Each moment becomes an opportunity to shift into the parallel reality of flow, abundance, and alignment. Life ceases to feel like a battle and begins to feel like a responsive, living reflection of your consciousness. Here is a subtle truth. The version of your life you desire already exists in potential. Somewhere in the infinite field of parallel realities, it is real, vibrant, and alive. The doorway to that reality is always accessible through your vibration. You do not need external validation, effort, or struggle. You need only to inhabit the frequency that corresponds to that reality and allow the field to collapse probability into experience. Pause and notice your current vibration. Ask yourself, which parallel reality am I collapsing into right now? What thoughts, emotions, or subtle energetic signals are holding me in this version of life? How would the version I wish to inhabit feel, act, and radiate? Then consciously adjust your focus, embody the energy, and observe the field responding. Reality is malleable. It mirrors your consciousness moment by moment. If this resonates, consider subscribing. This channel is not just content. It is a field of resonance, designed to interact with your consciousness, amplify awareness, and guide you in navigating parallel realities consciously. Each insight shared helps you tune, calibrate, and collapse probabilities toward higher frequency possibilities in daily life. Yet the story does not end with observation and recalibration. The next step is embodiment, making alignment your identity. Not just practicing vibration or consciously tuning, but becoming the frequency that naturally attracts the parallel reality you wish to inhabit. This is where transformation shifts from experimental to automatic, from effortful to effortless, and from theoretical to lived experience. In the final part, we will explore full embodiment of parallel reality navigation, how to sustain coherent frequency, integrate this into daily life, and fully inhabit the version of reality you consciously choose, shifting identity, relationships, health, and abundance with quantum precision. The ultimate mastery begins when you stop trying to change reality and start becoming the version of yourself that already exists in the parallel reality you desire. Up until now, you may have practiced observation, subtle recalibration, and energetic alignment. These steps are essential, but the highest frequency transformation happens when the vibration of your chosen reality becomes your default state, your identity. You no longer collapse possibilities occasionally. You collapse them continuously, moment by moment, naturally and effortlessly. This is where life shifts profoundly. Relationships begin to mirror your coherence. Interactions that once caused tension now flow with ease. People respond differently, not because you manipulate them, but because the energetic field in which these realities exist responds to your frequency. Conflict diminishes, cooperation increases, and subtle signals of resonance become the norm rather than the exception. You are not controlling outcomes. You are aligning with the version of reality where harmony and connection dominate. Financial abundance and opportunity respond in kind. Low-frequency signals of worry, stress, and scarcity anchor you to parallel realities of friction, struggle, and delay. High-frequency signals, confidence, presence, and trust, collapse probabilities toward realities where resources, timing, and collaboration flow effortlessly. The universe does not judge your efforts. It mirrors your internal vibration with perfect precision. Mastery is not in chasing outcomes. It is in being the frequency that attracts them. Health, energy, and creativity respond in remarkable ways. Your body, mind, and subtle energy field resonate with the frequency you inhabit. Coherent, high-frequency vibration reduces stress, stabilizes the nervous system, and enhances intuitive insights. Ideas, solutions, and opportunities arise seemingly out of nowhere, not by force, but because your consciousness aligns with the reality in which flow is natural and abundant. Your internal state becomes a magnetic field, drawing experiences and possibilities that mirror the version of life you wish to inhabit. The subtle paradox is that this mastery does not require effort in the traditional sense. You do not need to push, struggle, or manufacture reality. Attempting to force outcomes while misaligned only reinforces low-frequency realities. True embodiment is effortless. It arises when gratitude, presence, and coherent intention saturate thought, emotion, and action. Being precedes doing. Alignment precedes manifestation. And the moment you inhabit this state fully, life collapses probabilities into coherence around you. Practical embodiment begins with daily calibration. Observe your current vibration continuously. Notice recurring patterns, subtle cues, and emotional states that indicate the parallel reality you are selecting. Pause to adjust moment by moment, aligning thoughts, feelings, and energy with the version of life you wish to inhabit. Even micro-adjustments, posture, breath, tone, and attention amplify resonance, gradually collapsing probability into the desired reality. Relationships provide the most immediate feedback. Observe how interactions change when your frequency stabilizes. Misunderstandings dissolve, communication deepens, and connections flow naturally. This is resonance in action. You are not trying to influence others externally. You are adjusting your own vibration, which tunes the entire field to align with the reality in which harmony and cooperation dominate. The same principle applies to finances and opportunities. Struggle and scarcity anchor you to realities of friction. Alignment, confidence, and clarity collapse probabilities toward realities where abundance flows with timing and synchronicity. Opportunities that seem distant or impossible now appear naturally, often in ways that feel orchestrated. The key is sustained coherence, holding the vibration of the chosen reality consistently until it becomes identity rather than practice. Creativity, intuition, and insight accelerate dramatically. Low-frequency states, doubt, anxiety, distraction, anchor you to realities of block and delay. High-frequency coherence, presence, curiosity, and gratitude aligns you with realities where solutions, ideas, and inspiration emerge effortlessly. The field responds to your vibration continuously, and the more consistently you inhabit it, the more dominant that reality becomes in your lived experience. Even challenges transform under this awareness. Obstacles are no longer random or punitive. They are signals, feedback from the field. Misalignment shows itself through friction, while coherence opens pathways of effortless resolution. The universe is impartial. It does not reward or punish. It mirrors the vibration you carry. When you embody the chosen frequency fully, resistance dissolves and life unfolds in alignment with your highest potential. The quantum truth is simple yet profound. Parallel realities exist, and the one you experience is a direct reflection of your frequency. You are not at the mercy of external events. You are the tuning instrument, the observer, and the field itself. Each thought, feeling, and subtle focus collapses probabilities into one lived reality while leaving infinite others in potential. Mastery lies in inhabiting the frequency that corresponds to the version of life you wish to experience, and maintaining it continuously. Pause and feel it. Sense the version of yourself that exists in the parallel reality of your highest potential. Feel the emotions, the clarity, the alignment, and the flow. Embody it in posture, breath, and attention. Notice how subtle shifts ripple outward, influencing perception, interactions, and opportunities. This is the moment where being replaces trying, coherence replaces effort, and life begins to mirror your conscious vibration flawlessly. Radical responsibility is a natural consequence. Life is no longer happening to you. It is happening with you. Your frequency determines the reality you experience. Every moment is an opportunity to adjust, align, and collapse probability toward the reality you consciously choose. You are no longer a passive observer. You are an active creator, a navigator of infinite possibilities, a field of coherent vibration shaping the parallel reality you wish to inhabit. And here is a subtle invitation. If this resonates, subscribing is more than a click. It is joining a field of resonance, a a space that amplifies awareness, provides guidance, and supports the embodiment of coherent high-frequency states. Each video interacts with your consciousness, helping you calibrate, align, and collapse probability into the reality you wish to inhabit. Every insight shared is a signal designed to harmonize with your own vibration. Finally, remember this: the parallel reality you desire already exists. The doorway to that reality is your vibration, your awareness, and your embodied coherence. You do not need to chase, struggle, or manipulate outcomes. You need only to inhabit the frequency of that version of yourself fully, consistently, and intentionally. Life will respond instantly, reflecting the vibration you broadcast, collapsing probability into the experience of your highest potential. Step into this understanding, embody it, and watch as life bends in alignment with your conscious frequency. Relationships, abundance, creativity, health, and flow all respond in perfect resonance. You are no longer trying to manifest, you are being, and the universe mirrors the version of reality you choose. The infinite exists. You exist. And right now, you are selecting which one you will live.